they did travel overseas for money to have sex with children. And they still travel overseas to have sex with children. They were set up by Jeffrey Epstein. Like what they don't know is that when they get this indictment, Jeffrey Epstein set them up. And it's not even just the financial paper trail that got them in this position. All right. What else do y'all want to know about Jeffrey Epstein? What else do y'all want to know? Okay. Does Jeffrey Epstein, did he keep a list of people? Well, did he keep a list of children and people that he had sex with? Okay. Did he keep a list of people he had sex with? You don't need to keep a list when you got people's parents volunteering. He also has a long memory. I don't want to even say that this man kept a list. I feel very strongly that this guy can't. He's the elephant that never forgets. I don't feel that he needs a list. I feel like he's an elephant that never forgets. There's something really vicious about this man's mindset. And it's not just, I mean, obviously I think that all pedophiles need to die. But this man has a mobster's mentality. I feel like it's like, bitch, once I done hit that, no matter how old you are, I remember that for the rest of my life and it's still mine. But that's the energy that I'm getting from this. And it's like, I mean, yes, there is a list, but he didn't depend on the list. Not when I'm saying here, people's parents just people's parents keep them in rotation for money, the 4 of coins, for money, for their own stability. 7 of coins, money, bags of money, bitch. Like, bags of money, okay? And it's the mamas. I knew it. Mamas doing this. Whew. All right, somebody wanted to know, how did Jeffrey Epstein end up getting this way? How did Jeffrey Epstein end up this way? You all can purchase a private psychic reading by going to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com and get your life. Let's talk about his pedophilia. So, what are the social environmental and sociological factors that encourage this behavior from this man? Okay, so from the little bit that I can see, that he was raped. He was raped. And I know that, but he was prostituted at a very young age. overseas. He was prostituted what type of family does he come from? Because I see that his family's wealthy and they travel too. But yeah, he was introduced to penis very early. When like 5, the age of 5, is what I'm hearing. And one second. Both of his parents did that. And so the cars are like, I mean, the cars are pretty much, this is the result of his fame and fortune, that, that his past brought about his fame and fortune, that, I mean, we're essentially asking the question as to like how someone became a serial entrepreneur in a sex work economy, and he was a sex worker. He had the experiences himself, and he made his family a hell of a lot of money. Again, yeah, a lot of money. But the other thing is that I'm saying that his family invested into him and his career. But mainly women. It was mainly older women, but also younger children too. Like, he was forced to do things with younger children. He has been single he's a bachelor. So even if he had been married, he lived his life as a single man for a long time, like in private. Now, as far as like, as he got older, he did become more obsessive. He gets romantically attached to his victims, and when they get emotional, he feels like they're looking for money. The other thing that I'm saying is that he's used to being surveilled, so he's used to being surveilled. His family was always suspicious of him, and that influenced him to be suspicious. He's very fragile emotionally, so sometimes he wanted to have a romantic connection with his victims. And play house too. Like, that's the other thing, like playing house with the victims, because these were things that, these are techniques that he wanted to advance, that he learned from other people. They're saying that he picked up this behavior from his father, essentially. His father. He picked it up from his father. And his father groomed him for this. So he was groomed for this behavior. He became an expert at it. Other questions that you all have? Okay, was he a Freemason or in the Illuminati? Hit the skull emoji if you're enjoying this reading. Yes, he is in the Illuminati. The High Priestess shows up. He is, and that's very simple. And his knowledge of the occult made him very attractive to other people that are also elitists as well. Not every elitist is interested in the occult, is what I'm saying from the cards. I don't know this to be true. I know this to be true because the card said it. But he's interested in the occult. He's a high-ranking official, but in that realm of the occult or whatever, but it's through money. Like, he paid a lot of money to know what he knows. He paid a lot. Yeah, that's it. He paid for his position. He paid for his title. He's donated. He built the right types of relationships. But yeah, he's involved in it. Okay, y'all keep coming with the questions. Any other questions that you all have? What else y'all got? Do y'all have any other questions? Is this the end of the Anthony Bourdain read? No, not Anthony Bourdain, damn. What's this man's name? Jeff Epstein? Any other questions that you all may have? Okay. How do Jeffrey Epstein's ancestors feel about what he's been doing? How do his ancestors feel about what he's done? They feel like he was sloppy. They feel like he was sloppy. They feel like he picked up too many responsibilities. They're like, he had a lot of political power from behind the scenes. He was incredibly influential and he didn't use it the correct way, but they commend him for establishing like important relationships with people. But the main thing that they're pushing is this last conversation that he had with that woman about that money. So they're like, you know, I don't know why that's coming up, but I get that I don't know if his money is frozen or something, or if it's being held on to, but I just get that they are upset like he didn't handle his finances correctly. And they've been fighting amongst each other about, like, his ancestors have been fighting amongst each other about how, like, should he have committed suicide or not? Should he kill himself or not? Like, they were like, some of his ancestors were actually encouraging it, and others were saying, no, we don't want that. Like, we want to fight against this. Like, we want to see him make it out of this. Yeah, here it is. Here are his ancestors in conflict with each other. I'll just flip the cards around so y'all can see it. Here are his ancestors in conflict with each other about how to just even, like, what is he supposed to do on the other side? So on one hand, some ancestors, again, want him to walk away. The others, as I pull more cards, wanted him to continue surveilling the opportunity to stay alive. And when no. These ancestors wanted him to walk, like, basically try to walk away, like walk free. These are like continue surveilling it, continue checking the opportunity, but it's pretty much like just off yourself. Like, I mean, you know what's up. That's how they felt. And they got his back because the Ace of Cups came out, so they just felt like, you know, we got your back and we love you. I'm just telling y'all what the card said, bitch. I ain't nobody's ancestors. Barone is a god. Ayibabo. Okay. So if somebody can tell me what dirty diamonds are, I'll ask about those. So because we're damn near out of questions with this. Okay, somebody wants to know, are his charges a distraction from a different government agenda? Are his charges in New York a distraction from a different government agenda in the state of New York? Okay, so we need to be specific. Are his charges in the state of New York different? Like, is this a distraction? Hit the skull emoji if y'all think this is a distraction. The devil, the two of staffs, the hangman. No, it's pretty much like what's being revealed is what's being revealed. It's like what's done in the dark is going to come to light. It's like this has come to light. The Two of Staffs is like telling people to be balanced in all things, especially when it comes to knowledge and what it is that how it is that you choose to consume your time. The Seven of Swords, the Six of Coins, the Two of Swords is pretty much like you'll be blind. You're people that are blinded by people that are blinded by one reality make the choice to be blinded by one reality, because here the Seven of Swords shows that you can pick up and put down an idea at any time. Judgment, Ace of Staffs, Ten of Cups. They are saying that no, this isn't a distraction. It's more of like the universe was pregnant and it was time to birth this event, which is that indictment. The Ten of Cups is like and they had to do it on behalf of justice for the family. The universe had to do it on behalf of justice for the families. In particular, it benefits the wife most. Like his death mainly benefits his wife in some way. Well, we not even in some way. We know it's financial. Okay, so we're gonna go to my spirit board. I'm gonna go to the Ouija board, and gonna use the board to answer some questions. So what questions do y'all have for the board about Jeffrey Epstein? What questions do y'all have for my spirit board about Jeffrey Epstein? Hit the skull emoji if you're enjoying this reading, and make sure to go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com to purchase a private psychic reading. Melanated Tarot. Question: who are his victims? Why in the hell would anybody in their right mind want to know the identities of someone that has been sex trafficked? Anyway, that's just me. All right, so are the Clintons involved with his sex work services? We already did it. Was he a blood sacrifice? No, he was not. He was suicidal! Exclamation point. Okay. Will he reincarnate? Yes, he will reincarnate. Will the victims be compensated from his death? No, they won't be. If you don't want to know their identities, then I would just say to you, if you all are interested in I don't know. Look, I don't even care that this is on video, but what we're not about to do is sit here and pretend like, okay, I've got above a 4th grade level of education. So if you ask me who are the victims, the word who means that you are trying to identify someone. So we're not going to go there. Anyway, please ask about the diamonds. I don't know what those diamonds are. Will his karma be attached to his next life? If so, how will he return? Yes, he will return as a baby who is supposed to be. He's going to return as a spiritual worker! Exclamation point. So, my phone died, and I ain't got no more questions. I don't know what dirty diamonds are, so, this is pretty much the end of the reading, y'all. So, with that being said, I guess I can ask something else, which is, let me see, because I don't know a lot about this man, but how the fuck did he make so much money? He was receiving cash donations from his constituents, and they were always paying for these sex parties, period. So he made all this money from sex parties. But I said that earlier, that he learned this from his parents, like how to do this, how to do these types of crimes. Anyway, this shit was a hot ass mess. I'm sorry that I don't have my microphone and that y'all got to hear my shrill ass voice, but I hope that y'all enjoyed this reading. Hope it was good. We can do a follow-up in the future on Jeffrey Epstein. So with that being said, thank you for tuning into the reading produced by Black Spectrum Network. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get the latest updates on this channel. If you're interested in purchasing a private psychic reading, go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com to purchase a reading with me. If you want more content, go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. Please do that. Please go to Patreon, because when you go to Patreon, you go to the Patreon, boy, and you're going to get lots and lots of videos. All right. With that being said, remember, the truth is always collaborative. Bye.
So fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too. Cause when we're here, there's nothing better than the sky.